Hello, this is one with a new video review. Today I have the Revoltech 009 and 013, the Evangelion Unit 3 production model and Evangelion Unit 4 production model from Neon Genesis Evangelion, manufactured by Kaiyodo and released on its line Revoltech. Now these figures were originally released in 2008, if I recall correctly, for the then 10th anniversary of the Neon Genesis Evangelion TV series. So these figures would be about 10 years old this year. I mean 8 years old, which is quite a lot, actually. A lot has happened since back then. So since I'm reviewing the Neon Genesis Evangelion figures 2 at a time, I decided that it would be best to review Evangelion Unit 3 and 4 together. Not only because they are exactly the same figure, and so it's kind of a rip-off from them both, because, well, I'm going to get into those details later, but because those are the only two units that have little screen time. Unit 3 appears only in one episode, and Evangelion 4 doesn't appear at all. But that didn't keep Gainax from releasing some material that said that Evangelion Unit 4 was exactly like Unit 3 except silver in color. So the first thing that you're going to notice about Evangelion Unit 3 is the fact that the normally black blister is colored white because the unit is black and therefore you wouldn't be able to see it easily. And another thing is, well, I'm going to go into details later. But mostly the box is the same as all the other EVA units. You can see that there's an illustration on the side with the name, the number, a few posing work, and yeah, that would be about it. At least it's not, even though these two units are exactly the same model, the same weapons even, at least they bothered in making different action poses for these figures. So let's open them and check them up. So here we have the units out of the boxes, and one look at them and you can understand why I call them the good cop and bad cop units. The thing is that not only are these two figures exactly the same except for the paintwork, but the weapons that they come with are pretty much what you would expect from a cop. Well, I'm going to start the usual way. The articulations, well, they have the exact same articulations that all the other Neon Genesis Evangelion figures. There's an articulation on the top of the head, one on the neck, one on the shoulder. The pylon slides on top of the shoulder. There's an articulation on the elbow, one articulation here halfway in the torso, one articulation on the knee, one on the ankle, one on the wrist, and there's this weird articulation that these Neon Genesis Evangelion figures have that allows it to kick and to twist its leg. And this is where it gets tricky, because my Evangelion Unit 4 is so far the only one that has broken. Now, I managed to fix it. It broke its right leg. I think I think it was the paint and the gloss finish that these figures have that stuck it together, and when I tried to twist it, the articulation just broke. So I had to insert, how do you call it? Those nails that have a spiral thingy. Well, I inserted one of these inside of the. I'm sorry, I don't know how it's called right now. But I inserted one of those in the fact of the EVA and into the part of the articulation that moves, and so I fixed it. Kind of. I really don't move this EVA much anymore because I'm afraid I'm going to break the other part. Another thing that bothers me about Unit 4 is the fact that the unit has yellowed. It's the only one of my figures that has yellowed a bit. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, maybe you can. And look at there. You can see that the waist of the Eva and the crotch, yeah, it's kind of yellowy compared to the silver parts in the chest, and the same goes for the lower leg, and that you can see there that in my fixing that part of the leg is kind of apart. But yeah, that part and that part are slightly more yellow than the rest of the Eva, I don't know why or what happened with this figure, but well, it's strange. And whilst we're here, you can see the details on the head of the Eva. They're actually very nicely done. And you can see here that they are exactly the same figure. Yep, they just painted differently. And of course the little notes say Eva Unit 3, and this one says Eva Unit 4, and production model, and so on. Now these two units, as I was saying, come with the Riot Police Officer equipment. They come with this machine gun. Oh, where it is? Where is it? Oh, here it is. This machine gun. It's kind of like a... how is this machine gun called? M5 machine gun? I don't recall it right now, but they both have one of these, and it's the thing that you would expect in a SWAT team or something. They also come with a nightstick. Even though no Evangelion is seen using one of these, the gun perhaps that's a little variety to the pellet gun that we see in every chapter. But these things makes absolutely no sense. Come on, what were they going to do? Going to try to be an angel when they could cut your arms right now? I don't know if this was recycled from another figure or what the hell. But come on, what the hell? The other piece of equipment that comes with these Evas is this riot shield, and it's literally a riot shield. It's made of clear plastic. It has a little nerve logo here, and it has two grasp thingies on the back, one that faces right and one that faces left. The thing is that I have actually never... the logic says that you could use the hands that are used to hold the guns to insert them here, but the thing is that this plastic doesn't seem very resistant, and to be quite honest, I'm afraid I'm going to break them. As a matter of fact, I have never posed these figures with this shield. I have used the rebuild of Evangelion figures from models from the 2.0 mold and onwards, because their hands are a lot thinner, and they can hold more believably this shield than these monstrosities. You know how I hate the hands on the Neon Genesis Evangelion figures. But it's actually kind of nice. There is actually this promotional video for Evangelion Unit 4 in Rebuild, where you can see Evangelion Unit 4 with this shield and the Lance of Longinus fighting the angel that is known in Neon Genesis Evangelion as Ramiel. I lost the count of what angel that was in Rebuild. They messed up the count so badly that I hardly remember. But well, and the last piece of equipment that comes with these units, it's the rocket launcher. And I think that this is the only weapon that actually appears in the series that comes with these Evas. I think Asuka uses it briefly when fighting Cyril in episode 19. And well, it's very simple actually. It's not even a cylinder. It's painted black there, like a millimeter inside. And that's it. Both of these Evas come with exactly the same items. Oh, and of course the always present, come on here, umbilical cable. And as I was saying, these figures comes with exactly the same. Both come with their machine gun, their nightstick, their riot shield, and their rocket launcher. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's strange, as I've said, because it is not until the Rebuild of Evangelion 2.0 mold that we actually see angel parts included with the Evangelion Unit 3 figure. So it's kind of disappointing that even though previously there have been releases of Evangelion Unit 3 figures that had the elongated arms or the... oh, the Berserk head, yes, sorry, I was forgetting about that. Both of these units come with an open mouth head, since they were made already. So it's no different than the regular Berserk head. All you have to do is take it out and put it in. This one has the red tooth painted inside. It's actually kind of nice. And since they already made the mold for Evangelion Unit 3, they also made it for Evangelion Unit 4. Even though we actually never see the unit at all or open its head. Mouth, sorry. So, well, yeah, it's kind of I think that this is the very beginning of Revoltech's cash grab with these figures, because quite honestly they did not put much effort into Unit 4. I mean, they could have used different weapons or maybe other parts, but back then they weren't really doing much. So, well, yeah, that is it for these figures. These two, I wanted to review them together because it would be very easy, given their that they have the exact same things and they're the exact same figure and whatnot, and also to illustrate the fact that this is the only figure of the Neon Genesis Evangelion figures that I have that has broken. So it's kind of interesting because I have what, like 10, 12 of those Neon Genesis Evangelion figures and the 1.0 MOV and the F-type unit, and this is the only one that has had any trouble. And maybe it has something to do with the fact that it was used when I purchased it. It's the box is actually kind of very damaged. But well, anyways, yeah, I think this is all. There's not much to say about these figures. I really like them. I have said before that Evangelion Unit 4 is my favorite, and I also like a lot Evangelion 3. But to be quite honest, they didn't put much effort into these two guys in the Neon Genesis Evangelion set from Revoltech. So yeah, that was it. I think I'm going to do another review right now, because otherwise this is going to be a very simple and short one. So yep, this was the one making a new video review. The Revoltech's number 009 and 013, the Evangelion Unit 3 production model and the Evangelion Unit 4 production model from Neon Genesis Evangelion, manufactured by Kaiyodo on its own Revoltech and sculpted by Katsuhisa Yamaguchi. This is my blog about posters.blogspot.com, even though I don't post there anything, I don't have time, sorry. And my Tumblr, even though I don't post there either anymore, sorry. If you have any questions, I always answer as soon as possible, in less than a day you can ask. I really do. Well, thanks for watching.